Hey guys, Siren here, and welcome back to the Lake of Voices. Let's continue on with our story, shall we? I take my place in the middle of the shore, while Bemel and Lou hover closer to the island's core, on the line between dirt and sand. After getting a sense of where they are, I turn my gaze ahead. Ho! Ho! Well, that's a lot of nixies. At first I think I'm being fooled by the fog. There are several white dots playing along the edges of water. Dark globes begin to surface, and I see them for what they are. So many white, dribbling eyes, gleaming sharply against their pitch-black bodies as the nixie bob up and down. They surface and disappear in a loop, each time more sets of eyes, and closer, surveying us more intently. Then they cackle. The sound is atrocious, gurgling, then turning high-pitched as they seem to take full stock of us. The lights in their eyes somehow seem brighter as the first of the nixie dig their claws into the sand and begin dragging themselves upon the shore. I plant my feet firmer. With the threat rising, I decide to take one last moment to check on the others. Bemel is tending to a small flame. However, I don't see Lou with him. Immediately, alarmed, I raise my voice to call for him. Lou? I'm okay. A bit of rustling comes from above. I'm at a loss over what's happening, but before I realize that Lou is speaking from up a tree. Before I can ask what he's doing, Lou continues. I figured there's not much chance any nixie will get a hold of me here. They won't climb. His voice is light-hearted with an easy confidence. With a slight shake of his head, Bemel chuckles at Lou. Let's see if you'll get down there as smoothly as you climbed up. Don't worry about me. He still sounds fully self-assured. I smile at myself. I'd like to believe that Lou will truly be safe from those predatory creatures this way. But thing is, he's sitting up there in the dark. I'm just curious, how is he protected from it? You don't know their story. Like, they could climb trees. They climb up onto the bridge, so why couldn't they climb up trees? So Lou's got a good idea. It's just he's basically in the dark. So how is he thinking that's a safe thing? Alrighty. Back to reading, I guess. With the two of them doing as well as they can be, I cautiously back up to my original position. I return my full focus to the shore. As we feared, this is becoming a pressing situation. More prowlers rose from the waters, while my attention was on those two. They surrounded the guide on both sides. The only way to gain distance from them would be to dwell further into the island. Yet the guide shows no signs of giving up his position. He remains where he is, resolving to keep all the monsters near him in his sight. I grow more unnerved the longer I watch this. The guide seems impervious to the dangers of Chanel's. This is the first case where I can't tell whether he will continue to be fine, as always, or not. It's a distressing notion. As they creep ever closer, I can't stay silent any longer. Your safety is more important. Consider retreating. He doesn't face me, but replies, I cannot do that. Nixie recognized the signs of weakness. Backing away will only increase the odds of them attacking. I grip my lantern tighter as I swallow hard. What can I do? As if to answer my own question, a thought whispers into my head, and I look down at the lantern in my hand. I could throw it, as long as I don't let it go too far down the shore. It doesn't seem plausible that a Nix could take it. But if I do lose the lantern, then I can't act rashly here. The guide has managed through every situation we've been through, as well as countless others we did not bear witness, we did not bear witness to. I resolve to continue with what we have planned and keep my position. Without flinching, the guide keeps hold of our position on the waterline. I periodically switch between watching him and the others, and the rest of the shore. As I scan the forest, there's a stinging groan. What's that? The guide? It can't be. I stand rigid in shock, a painful prickling sensation going down my back, before whipping around to face the truth. He's crouched low on the ground, staring forcefully at a group of Nixie head-on. There's a whole other group of monsters rapidly crawling back into the water. Hey! I step forward with a shout. He puts one hand to help me. I do not go further. I and those creatures motionlessly watch for what he will do. His fingers curl tightly around the upper half of his staff. With great effort, he begins to rise to his unstable feet.